What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 30 of my Total Warhammer 3 modded Karl Franz campaign. So as we saw last time, Karl besieged the Silver Pinnacle, where Azag the Slaughterer stood with a full stack and a pretty big garrison as well. Turned out to be a pretty great battle for Karl, and we in fact took some damage while fighting it, but did manage to root Azag out and take the Pinnacle for ourselves. Now, I was originally planning to actually trade this territory to Drin, but having noticed that the level 3 of the Gemcutter's Workshop gives us +5 Diplo with all factions, there's a pretty good case to be made for actually keeping the place. We can, I guess, use it as a choke point in case anybody goes this way, and we'll just hope that the dwarves can take the other territories. Actually, out of curiosity, we got, I was wondering if there's a way to move northward and sack while we go, but really there isn't all that much worth to these territories. If we go up here, we'll run into Clan Ferric, but we could go up this way, once again sacking as we go, in order to reach Wintertooth and start annoying them. I would actually like to give their territories to Kislev, but then there's the problem of the Ropsman clan. We could actually attack the Ropsman clan, take their territory, give their territory to Kislev, and we'll be good. Although, if these guys manage to hold on to Yetchich, we wouldn't need to. We can just transfer. It would be nice to power Kislev up and allow them to hold the north for us. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. I was just wondering what exactly we would do with Karl, and it's probably better and more experience-y, that's a word I swear, to go up this way, and then it would be to go back down the way we came. Anyway, lots of stuff otherwise to do, so let's begin. Let's start moving Gotrek and Felix up this way towards the Silver Pinnacle, as they will be holding it. There's also a comment in one of the previous episodes asking me why I have Rupert here following Karl around, and to address that, the reason is witch hunters can act as field agents pretty well. First of all, they have block army, so if anybody tries to run from Karl, and assassinate to kill any annoying heroes. More importantly, however, we have the... where is it? Notorious debuff here. Enemy characters in region, so anybody near Karl. Then we have the shadow buff for our own army, success for ambush and ambush defense chance, ammunition buff for our army, as well as... let's see what we have here. Enemy melee attack for characters debuff here. Then we have the enemy missile resistance debuff, enemy vigor loss, and lastly, enemy leadership aura size reduction. So lots and lots of debuffs basically that we'll want to grab and just power up army, or power up Karl's army sort of passively, I would say, not actively. In fact, it might be neat to actually have multiple witch hunters following our better armies around and just debuffing them. It's probably a better use of the witch hunters than putting them in most armies, though there are a few armies that could use them. I was also thinking about putting one into the range army. And it could work. These guys do have a handgun, don't they? Missile strength 550, yeah, so they do have a handgun. And the accusation debuff is physical and missile and damage resistance, which could help the range army gun things down. But there's certainly a possibility for it. There is a reason why we have one in our run and gun army as well. But anyway, recruiter, we will possibly do that. Also, we do need to get you your last unit of Hawkland long rifles, but I think that's like 6 turns away, so we'll use the handgunners in place of that for now. Anyway, let's keep going. Wolfram Custerman, you are at Forest of Gloom for now, but I think we'll head you to Akendorf, wherein Leonard Holtz will be trading you all those flagellants and taking some of the troops from you that you no longer need right now. Alrighty, and Leonard, do you have movement, Route Marcher? You do not. Should have given that to you, my bad. There we go. Slightly more movement, and I assume that Wolfram does just by virtue of his level. Next up, Aldebras Meyer. Let's get you to move to this fell cargo. And sail to the wreck. And this is garbage, so we'll auto-resolve. And let's see what kind of reward we get for this. Alright, ooh, a Talisman of Preservation. Very nice find. And lost cargo? You gotta be kidding me. Wow, that was amazing. I love you, Aldebras. Too bad you're gonna get replaced by Balthazar Gelt, but damn, nice find. A very, very nice find. Income from Hall Buildings faction-wide and Growth faction-wide. If this was Public Order, it would be even better, but it's still a fantastic buff. Otherwise, I guess we're gonna go into March Stance and go into Zvorak, wherein we are likely to need to defend against Clan Angrand, as we did declare war on them, and possibly against the Border Princes as well. All these territories shall belong to us. I do wonder if the Wood Elves would be willing to fight the Sartosans, but do we actually want them to? Wherein we can take all these territories, and if the Wood Elves do, it would be kind of a problem. Alrighty, actually, you know what? There was something I wanted to do. You now have a +8 to military alliance, Durthu, which means we could probably get Carrick Norn from you. For cheap, essentially. Trade settlement, Carrick Norn. Where is this? Yeah, 3.3. Although, just out of curiosity, how much for Nuka or Nuja? Oh, too much. Okay, fine. And that'll have to be the massive 4-cal, I guess. Alright, now, this is risky, but I think there's a way that we can bypass the riskiness of this. So what we can do is balance offer, yes. Well, he's also at war with a bunch of enemy factions. We really got to get him to fight Ecstatic Legions in Wintertooth, and in that case, there's no way he's going to be declaring war on anybody else. We'll take the money for this. And there we go. And Carrick Norn is ours, including the furs that it has, which at the tier 3 doesn't really do all that much, but at least it's more trade goods. And then we can upgrade you immediately. Alrighty, then the danger of Durthu being a military ally is that he has a tendency to attack Wissenland, especially as they share borders. So what we're gonna do... And I know this sounds counterintuitive, but we're going to go for a defensive alliance with Wissenland. I take it this doesn't prevent any kind of confederation. Like so. And does that just immediately do it? Yeah, it just immediately does it. And I'm hoping that by virtue of doing that... wait, the other way around. Okay, so recent events involving Reikland is -16. Okay, that didn't actually work. Weird. Huh, but then we have a +2 from recent events involving Reikland. And they like the treaties with Reikland. I have no idea how that worked out. Oh, man, I was hoping that they would like them more because we have a defensive alliance. Well, hopefully I'll get pissed at them now. Yeah, they don't like something about that. Interesting. Okay, we gotta... Okay, looks like we gotta focus on confederating Nuln. As soon as Confederation is done, we're going to increase our fealty with them. Hopefully the Wood Elves don't declare war on them. In fact, we should try to get them to fight more of our enemies, so that they don't have time to engage anybody else. Looks like they don't want to fight the Seducers of Slaanesh. How about Clan Angrand? No, no dice, eh?
What do you have been granted?
Yeah, gotta be careful with this now, especially that Durthu, he can be pretty scary and pretty likely to be attacking everybody near him. But we'll see. He is at war with a lot of factions once again. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's see, Wolfram, we already checked you, so let's go to Peter. Peter, you can maintain your ambush stance, and wait, Nud and Bernhardt, neither of you needs to move, though Nud, we need to put Mr. Volgar here into your army, at least for now. Though we may change Karl's army and replace Theon with a Jade Wizard, I'll think about it. I do like the way that Karl's army currently functions, but being able to heal Karl a bunch of times would really extend his ability to dish out damage and kill things. The healing potion isn't really all that much. And because of the high effective HP of the Imperial Foot, the Earthblood and potentially Regrowth would be of quite high value. On the other hand, I really like Theon, and then we'd have to figure out what army we would put him in instead. I do think that these knight armies could also benefit from Jade Wizards, so I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, we'll hold off on that for now. Henry, you are a new Amber Wizard because you can use your Griffin, so you're going to head down and join Wolfram and be a fighty wizard to fight with the Flagellants, because it makes sense to me. And to have the, like, wild sort of mage be together with the Flagellants also makes sense to me. Alrighty, Kurt Lehman. You are going to be waiting here for a while as yet. Let's put you into, I guess, in camp stance.
I will do anything for Sigmar.
Like so. We just mainly need to wait for
General.
you to recruit stuff. You know what we can do, though? We can trade you all of these units right now, because they'll cost less while they're in a
Huntsman
settlement.
General.
And then we can trade them back to you when you need to move. And then we'll move you out to transfer stuff over later. Alrighty, looks good to me. Preparing our new armies. And next up we got Tech Thief. Guess what you gotta do? It's Steel Tech. 52 and 7. Ooh, I don't like that at all. Alright, you know what? You have no turns remaining, eh? Well, I mean, you gotta try. Is this place angry at us? No, it isn't. And by angry at us, I mean if it had the debuff on it. This. Steel Tech, research rate -20, but enemy hero success chance -20. So next turn we'll have you move up here to the Citadel of Lead and try to Steel Tech from there instead. Now you have Specialist and your Steel Tech is maxed out. We could go for Wound, but I'm not seeing any more enemy assassins. On the other hand, you're going to be here for a while, so you may spot them before long. We basically want to max out Wound, Steel Tech, boost income, and then this line in order to get improved scrying techniques. And by that point, hopefully we won't need you anymore, and then you can go back and boost Altdorf. Alrighty, next up, who do we have? Who are you again? You are Cunning. Okay, so you are going to be sent this way, and you're going to join Wolfram.
Your orders.
Who are you? Basic Training, which means you're powering up Spearmen, which means you're going to join this army. Alrighty, and then one of you is going to get deleted, whereas the other one who is Cunning, and I don't remember which one. Not Monster Tracker. You, Cunning. Alright, leave the army, and you're going to join a Wolfram as well. Wolfram, you currently have a captain that's disciplined, but you don't need one, because disciplined is wasted on flagellants, because they have extremely high melee attack and high leadership anyway, so we're going to send you this one. Alright. I believe that should be most, if not all, of our units. Dolph, you are... Oh, right, you're looking for Marcus Wolfhart. Well, keep searching for him, buddy. How are the lizards? How do the lizards feel about us? Well, they like the War of the Cult of Pleasure. Might be able to get a trade agreement going with them at some point. They're not at war with Eatan, are they? That doesn't look like it. Alright. And hopefully Marcus is also alive. Would be unfortunate not to be able to get him. Next up, is there anything else? Alright, no, doesn't look like it. We're just gonna do buildings.
Huntsman General.
And then we're gonna go next turn. Alright. Hopefully Durthu doesn't suddenly attack. I regret doing that defensive alliance thing. I thought it would work, damn it. Alrighty, Marienburg. Let's start with you. City, please. We'll leave the public order in its current state, I think. We need to maintain growth here as much as possible. Southern Sylvania. Ooh, wait, we should check Talabecland. Nah, -2 is fine. Southern Sylvania. You are gonna go for the paved roads. No, you're gonna go for the weaving house. And then we'll get the paved roads elsewhere. Probably in place of one of these things. Probably... yeah, we probably won't be recruiting any more units here in a bit, but let's leave it for now, just in case. Solland, you're good in terms of public order, and you are currently in State Troop Levy, but I think we can stay in the levy for now. Northern Sylvania. We do want to upgrade the industry building, and I do want to upgrade these, but I think right now I'm not willing to pay for them. Castle Baston, your public order is still kind of problematic, but it's a lot better than it was. And if we now switch you to, well, I guess next turn after we upgrade this stuff, and then we'll just switch you to Host Festag to increase your public order. You, let's build this and let's ignore this until we switch you to, oh, actually we can build this right now. You know what, build it right now. We need as much growth here as possible. Hopefully a life here and doesn't attack Aquitaine. We'll see. Zvorak. We need walls here because you're in a very precarious position, and in fact I'd love to non-collect your income, but for now while an army is there, we can leave you alone. We need the upgraded tavern here in Griffin Wood. And probably the walls as well. Ugh, this place is starting to get expensive. Although Host Festag does what, +4? And it's +4. This sort of counteract this. I'd rather continue collecting income though. Yeah, because Bellicor could come through this at any moment. Yeah, freaking hell. Okay, so let's do this, and then we will go for Host Festag as well. At least for now. And we'll probably switch it off later. Next up, Kazadir Kalaz -4. That's actually pretty okay. Massive 4 Cal, you're at -8, but we don't care about you, and we'll be trading you to Durthu eventually. Zufbar, and we were looking to make some money off you, so let's get that weaving house right now. And your public order is pretty okay, so we can ignore the rest of it, and let's get that iron smelter here. I wonder, if we pop you into Host Festag, we'll be at -4, which actually isn't so bad. You know what, let's upgrade this right now. And we will keep collecting the income. We'll upgrade Oakenhammer next turn, and then we'll turn into Host Festag right afterwards. Should be okay. Axbite Pass is good. Akkendorf and the Border Princes. Actually only -4 right now, since we have an army in there. It's not so bad. Yeah, I think we'll leave it alone. Alrighty, Karakangazar, we will however build the growth, and at Matorka we will build salt. Here we'll need to build fields, but not right now because we can't afford it. Gisaro Gap, Forest of Gloom, Winter's Teeth are good. Karakern we can't do anything about. Magritta's in the same situation. Edagig, we can no longer afford what I was going to build here, so we're going to ignore it. You know what? If we cancel the upgraded tavern, I think the place will, in the Host Festag, be fine. Of course, the Confederation is also not forever. At least this way we can build something in Edagig, which is going to be either the wood, or if we want to collect income, it'll have to be the tavern. You know what? I think we want the wood, because we're trying to get various trade agreements right now. Even though the tavern would really help. But it's okay. We'll get more control bonuses as we go, like via the Imperial Palace. You are actually okay, though you generate... I actually don't generate that much money. We'll ignore you. Let's get the Die Maker or the Iron Smelter. Oh, I really want Grungzint, damn it. Is there any way to get it from this guy? What's it at here? -27. Yeah, it's not giving that up easily. Basically, what we need to happen is we need for Lewin to take a territory somewhere else, like here, for example, and trade that to him for Grungzint, so that we can have this entire territory. But for now, it's clearly not possible. We can ignore this then. Silver Pinnacle, we are not ignoring you. We're immediately building walls, because we'll need to defend it. There we go. And then the vaults, you're fine for now. You're mostly a military hub. Honestly, we could probably delete this, but for now, we'll keep it. After the Confederation, it'll be able to collect at least some money, even if it isn't a lot. Alrighty, now that that's done, let's double-check diplomacy, since we got all these new trade goods, although, Ropsman clan want to be friendly, eh? Well, we'll ignore that for now. Looks like close on the trade agreement with Eataine. But other than that, really not much to do. Talzin wants a military alliance. There's potential for that as well. Especially because we may want to try to trade Tobaro from them, but we have no guarantee that the Skaven don't take it from them, so that's why Peter's there, waiting, biding his time, as he likes to do. Oh, and it was Fort Saul that had the commandment that I was looking for last time. I kept wondering where this was from. State troop levy for you, Fort Saul. And that's it. Alrighty, can we get attacked anywhere? There is potential here, so let's look here.
Outdoors, man.
Peter has to move slightly. Okay, gonna move the camera away, Peter. Thanks, buddy. Why you gotta do this to me, man? Alrighty, and I know that we're still having the fairly admin-heavy few episodes, but we're right after a Confederation. It's always like this. Apologies to those who don't like admin episodes. But I'm sure we'll return to extremely battle-heavy episodes shortly. Wolfric, you wanna fight? You wanna fight. That's fine. You fight, buddy. You fight as hard as you can. I don't know why I'm being so condescending to him. It's mostly because I feel like I've seen Wolfric get wrecked pretty much every campaign I've had lately. I don't know why he's so weak, but Throg or somebody is always destroying him. Oh. You're actually gonna move away from Aquitaine. Interesting.
Madness.
Well,
No.
Gregor will still have to keep an eye on you. Gregor, leave the settlement, regardless of the extra cost, and move into ambush stance outside of Aquitaine. Ally mobilizes, ally begins outpost, faction destroyed. Ally occupies, settlement. Oh man, they actually managed to do it. Granted, we had to tell them and waste our allegiance on it, but nonetheless. And they still did it. Oh, hello, Caravan. Who's this? Western Provinces. Finally. Finally a proper Cathay frickin' faction. Capture and occupy the following settlement myrmidons. Oh, we will, don't you worry. And that's it's definitely on the cards. More importantly here, Western provinces.
You have the honor of meeting the...
Okay, so we haven't met the northern provinces yet, but more importantly,
For what
join
do you
war against the
drag me
Blessed
from
Dread.
the forge?
Trade agreement. No, wait. I need to see if there's other trade
Highborn
agreements available
shall
first.
Natural
There are not.
Bow to me.
Alright, that's fine. We'll get the trade agreement with our
Chosen
elven
of
allies eventually.
knowledge
That's
is
34, not so bad.
It is time.
Karakadrin wants a military alliance,
Belaga.
but it's all
When
kind of irrelevant.
ready.
And I almost forgot that we're fighting Bellegarde. It feels so weird. It feels wrong in some ways, but I don't see how we could have avoided it. Diplomacy, let us once again go back to the western provinces,
who?
declare war on the Blessed Dread,
It's you.
in favor of a trade agreement
mind
and a
was
non-aggression pact.
Elsewhere.
And how much would you want for... No. No to military access. Man, the same amount of money, like, he gives us 400, wants 18,000 from us. Come on, man. Unbelievable. I take it he's not willing to join any wars of ours, but I'm not sure that we actually care about it. So, let's be friends.
The Iron
There are
Dragon.
definitely a decent amount of Cathay units I want to join our armies, specifically the Crane Gunners and the Terracotta Sentinels. Probably a few others as well, but those are the main two. Gotrek and Felix.
Giant
To Silver
Slayer.
Pinnacle you go. And then we'll
Seek
have
out the
to
heretics.
move Karl, most likely. Although, I
Huntsman
really want to
General.
wait 5 turns. I guess Gregor might be able to catch up in March stance. We could send Karl down to the desolation of Drakenmoor, sack it. Man, you know what? Here, what we'll do. Ungrim, we're going to tell you to occupy desolation of Drakenmoor. And we'll figure out whether we send Karl down there or not. Next up, is there anybody who's willing to fight? Looks like these guys have not lost Toparo yet. But I'm hoping that they will. Yeah, looks like nobody's likely to be fighting us, although Bellacore. You're ready to move, are ya? To Marienburg or to Gorsel? Well, don't you
Nation
worry, we built an
calls.
army. And we're gonna be using it.
untamed
Who
lands.
is going to command this army, though? General of the Empire. Defender of Men isn't so bad, and Imperial Calibration is not so bad either. I do have to wonder whether you have any special abilities. Hard to say. So extra powder offers range anyway, but not just to artillery, to any range units. And it's not only when defending, so ammunition and reload time reduction are only when under siege, mind you, but extra powder alone is a pretty powerful buff. And it'll buff all of our gunnery, whereas Imperial Calibration will only buff the 4 artillery pieces.
Scout leader.
Yeah, you know what? I think we're gonna go with
The
Defender of
great
Men, man.
outdoors.
Defender of Men, man. I like the name. Alright, it's gonna be you, Kurt Haldenstraat.
Who calls? To the
Yeah, and you
provinces.
have Inspiring Presence and a Route to Marcher. We'll get you hold the line for now. And then we're gonna go straight into Pistol Corps right after, and then obviously Military Heritage Vanguard for missile resistance and more importantly for reload time reduction for missile infantry, as you'll be
General.
using plenty of gunners. Alright. You can, I guess, transfer all these units
Step to
immediately.
it.
Also, we will be replacing the Bright Wizard with a
What does the
Light
Emperor
Wizard,
bid?
but only
Huntsman
later
General.
on when we actually have one.
Ready.
And we need capacity to be increased as well. Also, the Fire Wizard is going to join our Knights of the Blazing Sun army. Want to make good use of that Kindle Flame debuff. And now, Wolfram, you're going to stay here
Praise
for a
Sigmar.
bit, but Leonard, you are going to move here. Nud, you need some units traded to you, so we'll figure that out. So, you're going to take these Flagellants. You are going to lose all of this, which are getting replaced by Flagellants. You're going to lose the Bordermen, which are just too dangerous to said Flagellants. Keep the Handgunners, lose the Knights, lose the Outriders, and keep the Mortars. I don't know how many Mortars you're going to need. But look, we're gonna get 6 Flagellants, and then 4 Knights of Sigmar, not Warrior Priests, but Sigmarite Disciples, and then we'll have barely any room for a Mage and a Captain. Yeah, alright, fine. This is the way to do it. Not to worry, we'll send the The other guys elsewhere. Though now I'm wondering where we're gonna send the Knights of More. I guess we could temporarily give them to Gelt's army. And give them the Bordermen as well. Does Nud want the Bordermen? You know, maybe he does. Wait, let's see. So he's going to have 3 more Halberdiers. In fact, you're going to have to trade those Halberdiers back. You know what? In the meantime, you can go here and you can transfer some of those units. So Nud, to max out his army, is going to have 3 Halberdiers to replace this. Then he'll have room for 3... Oh, okay, yeah, no room for the Bordermen or Handgunners, I think. We'll go 2 cannons, because they're anti-large, and 1 Hellstorm. Or the other way around, it doesn't really matter. I'll say I like that this army is completely anti-large specialized. Alright. Well, that's mostly figured out. Wolfram, you have to stay here until your new army units are transferred. You could start moving to Karak Buftar. You know, we could also transfer down here, so you know what, Wolfram, instead, you're gonna start moving, actually. I changed my mind. We are going to move this captain here, though. This captain's gonna join your army. These guys are gonna stop each other. Yep. You're the cunning one, right? Yeah. And I want 2 Empire captains in Wolfram's army. Just because they'll power up the Flagellants and prevent them from dying as easily. Or at least that's the dream. Whether it actually works out or not remains to be seen. We got 4 turns and all that. Alright, that's fine. Aldebras. You know, I think you have to stay here. We're just gonna stay. If we leave, Volmir is gonna come down. I'm not sure that you could take Karak Buftar by yourself. At least not without more troops. You have no artillery, and you'll need these guys to help out. Speaking of these guys, though, what do we have here? So...
True servant of Sigmar.
Alright, we have 2 Hellstorm rocket batteries and a great cannon, and we have the Sigmarite disciples. So really we just have to decide how many artillery pieces... Well, actually you're just using mortars, so we can transfer freely now. We have to decide how many artillery pieces we're given Nud. Alrighty. But for now, we will transfer. So, you are going to take 4 Sigmarite disciples. And that'll complete this army, yes? So plus 4 will be at 19. Yeah. And we just need the Amber Wizard. That's the missing piece. Alrighty.
Ready to serve.
I usually like to do this part off screen because it always takes me time to try to figure out how I want to theme the armies, but we're working on it. Alright, you are going to take these guys, like so. And I guess you're going to go this way to transfer them to Wolfram, who can meet you in the field. Beautiful. Alrighty, and then his army can move. These 2 together can then spread out and do their own thing. I probably could have kept you in Fort Saul to actually increase your movement, but that's okay. You, then. You need to recruit more troops. Namely, if we transfer Nud to some of these Hellstorms and stuff, probably via this guy. Either way, Balthazar Gelt's gonna need a lot more, so let's go more artillery pieces. Let's go 1, 2, 1, 2. We just built 3 of each. Although, wait, you have your artillery, yes?
I will marshal the men.
Yeah, you have your artillery. I just don't want anybody to be missing out on artillery. Because what else would you be building? We have a sufficient amount of spears, unless I'm mistaken. And you know what? You could do a couple mortar war wagons to keep the ammunition on the artillery. You know what? I kind of like the idea. Gelt won't buff them directly, but I still like the idea. Let's do that, and then maybe 1 more Hellstorm. And we'll probably build some more cannons as well. Oh, I can't wait to see Gelt's artillery army. It's going to be absolutely glorious. That reminds me, we'll need to send the Imperial Calibration Captain out that way, because we built him, or kept him, specifically for Gelt. I just want to double check that there isn't another one available. There is not. Ooh, there's a Knight Heritage one available. Oh, damn. I like that quite a bit, actually. We'd have to delete one somewhere. You. Monster Tracker. I guess it's gonna be you. I'm gonna summon the new guy. Can we summon them here? No. I don't know why I keep referring to it as summoning. Can we summon them, or can we recruit them? That's the word I'm looking for here. No, unfortunately not. Yeah, it looks like the closest place is probably going to be. Alright, Knight Heritage. It doesn't have to be the... it doesn't have to be Nud's army, necessarily. We could put him into a Reiksguard army. Because Karl's is a little bit mixed. Anyway, speaking of Karl, let's move you out, buddy. You are still hurt, but you can move in camp stance to the edge of this territory. Or as close to the edge of the territory as you're able to get. Like so. Then we're gonna encamp you. We're gonna send Rupert out to scout, at least to some degree. And Gotrek and Felix are moving to the Silver Pinnacle, and then you can keep building. Alrighty, looks good. I told these guys to attack. Next up. Don't worry, I'm not ending the episode until we get a battle. Until these new armies reach where they need to go, it may take a little bit of time. How's that plague looking? One more turn. Move up to the edge of the province. Want to double check that nobody's about to attack. Yeah, no, looks good. Bernhardt, you don't need to move. Nud. I guess we could start moving you at least closer to where you can get your new stuff. You don't have to go all that way. Although it'll cost us a little bit more, but at least you'll be closer. Alrighty, so that's Nud. Just gonna have to wait until he reaches his destination. There we go. Wait. Huh. We're down to 8 fealty on Wissenland. I could have sworn we were at 9 with them. Weren't we at 9 last turn? How did they lose fealty? Was there a chance to lose it? Oh, maybe high relations dropped. No, they're still rising with them. Well, I have no idea then. Let's just take some quests while we're at it. Transform the Contagious, probably will get killed by our allies. Grisgut's Backbiter, similar sort of situation. Emahar Festerheart. Let's try Transform. We'll just try different ones. And Ikit Claw's looking like he's gonna get chased down by Durthu next turn. Wolfric the Wanderer might come down, but he also might not. Let's go Ikit Claw. We'll get new quests if these guys are defeated. And Dusty, hello, there's an actual army here. Well, 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 that seems like a destination for Karl to have himself a battle. Karl, start moving this way. Beautiful. Rupert, find Karl some fights, would you? And Rupert can also act as a forward scout as well, which is another use for him, which I do like. Anyway, Peter, you're staying where you are. Everybody else is looking good. Aldebras, you are staying where you are, waiting for this. Tech Thief. Kill some tech. Move up here. Continue scouting this place, though. It's actually a good thing to have a unit on Bellacor's island, just to constantly keep an eye out on what exactly Be'lakor is doing. Dolph, please find us a Hunts Marshal. Temple of Kara, nope. IGC factions encountered. Aha, Wolfie. How you doing? You're about to die, that's how you're doing. And Mazda Mundi's not gonna be happy about this, but...
Greetings, friend.
Minus 53.
What news of home?
And we gotta increase our relationship with them, and how strong are they, incidentally? 4 settlements.
I'm no statesman,
not super strong.
though I do have the authority to discuss
You know what,
matters of the state.
do we do the trade agreement with them? You know what, I think not. Well, let's just take the money.
Okay.
Like so. What's our likelihood of confederating you, just out of curiosity?
Lord True King, defender of
34
the
for
faith.
Cult of Sigmar, 52. You know what? I think we have 2. Next turn, not this one. Oh, we already did the Emissary to the Prince of Altdorf. Damn, I was hoping to increase the relationship. We could also do Ambassador to the Dragon Emperor to increase our relationship with Cathay. To take a look at what these things actually do for us, quickly. Recruitment for Cavalry, could have actually used that before. Fighting Chaos. I do like that. Purge the ruinous breeds. How dare you? Unbelievable. Let's see. Income from trade. Yeah, the Cathay one seems like the best one. Actually, Purge the Foul isn't so bad either. It's just a straight-up buff when fighting various factions, including the Lizardmen. Yeah, alright. Well, not super needed right now, then. Alrighty, and I believe that's it. We found Wolfheart, we've moved everybody. Let's do our building. Let's go next turn, and then let's hope that we can find a fight. Alright, who's up next? Castle Drakenhof? Yes, get us more money. Solon, Northern Sylvania. We're skipping these until we figure out whether we need to do them. We are not, however, skipping you, or I guess paved roads here. That looks pretty good. No defenses here, mind you, but hopefully nobody lands here and goes all the way to Montfort. It's kind of in the middle of everything. Which would be annoying if they did. Blackstone Post, Oakenhammer, let's upgrade you as well. Nice, and we don't really need you if we host Festag right now, so let's switch to host Festag. At least for now. Obviously, we'll need to switch back to upgrade the various industry buildings, but for now it's okay. Alrighty, Northern World's Edge Mountains, Kazidor Kalaz, let's get money there. You're already hosting Festag. Eckendorf, and definitely upgrade you. Let's get those pastures up and running. Let's also get Karakangazar. I'm thinking we'll need walls here, and in Matorka. And let's start on them. And then we'll build the Brine Mine and the Tailor's Guild, and that completes all that we can build. Though I'm sure there are other things, but we can do so next turn. Just want to complete that as quick as possible. Alrighty, skip the rest of this. What's our Confederation at 3 turns? Okay, we're gonna have to bump that fealty up from Wissenland. Alright, Seducers of... Huh. Could taking Carrick-Norn have reduced our standing with them, or was it the public order relationship? Because our relationship was rising with them, so why would it drop? I guess there could be a base chance for it to drop at any time. Karakadrin, you want a military alliance? We're going to offer us quite a bit of cash for it. Where are you fighting currently? Blessed Dread, Cult of Pleasure. How about fighting Wintertooth? Yes. How about fighting the Ecstatic Legions? Yes. How about fighting Lanangren? They seem to be okay with it. Shadow Legion? Okay, they seem to be okay with fighting everybody. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna do this then. Just to keep them happy. Although, on the other hand... will this mean they don't know where to go? Maybe this isn't such a great idea. On the other hand, it keeps our friends all fighting the same enemies, which is a good thing. You know what? Clan Wars, Scryer, Molder are definite yeses. Same with the Dread Fleet, because they'll never reach the Dread Fleet anyway. Let's say no to the Border Princes, and let's say no to Clan Angren. Yeah, it's like that. Not bad. Another military ally for us, which should keep us strong. Alright, and hopefully they'll actually accomplish something over there, especially since we destroyed their main enemy for them. Don't make me regret this, Ungrim. Alrighty, anything else interesting? Looking like we're okay. And what do we have here? Fealty of Hawkland +1. It's already at 10, unfortunately. We are going to, I guess, give the prestige to them. Although we do need a lot of prestige. Now, you know what? 800 money is not a lot of money. We'll do this. And I believe we've already read this. Illicit Affair. Yeah, we've read that one. Pay the Peasant. Ambush foiled. Oh, by who? Who could have foiled the ambush?
Huntsman General.
Huh. Alright, well, go back to ambush, I guess, and just stay here, my friend. Creator for Wolfram. Technology researched, which is more money and construction cost reduction. And, man, these guys have been chasing Ikit around in the sea for ages, it feels like. Watch him finally actually kill them. Somehow. Alrighty, well, all that's not important. What is important is trying to fight a damn fight. Carl.
Yes.
Wait, is this the same caravan? No, this is the northern provinces now. Before was the western. Can we be friends? Going war against the puppets of Misrule. Yes, we can, apparently. I just want to double check that we have no other current trade agreements available. We do not. Which means... Oh, I'm so glad we met both of the main Cathay factions. This is gonna work out swell. Join war against the puppets. Trade agreement. Non-aggression pact, and we'll do military access later on, I'm sure. Alright.
A boon to the defense.
Beautiful, especially once we get the emissary to the... something. I want to say Dragon Court. Dragon Emperor, close enough. Let's see. Now, Henry, you are meeting some flagellants, so keep going there. Damn, looks like we're not actually in range of any new battles, but Karl should be able to reach the desolation of Drakenmore next turn, and try to find/fight Jenkins here. And Gotrek, you're moving into the Silver Pinnacle. And you're gonna guard it against enemies, and we're gonna get those gem mines up and running. And then hopefully, yeah, so Gregor will have recruited this by the time Karl comes back, and then we will just move north. Just out of curiosity, we're not able to trade you the Silver Pinnacle, are we? No. We are not. Which means we definitely can't trade you the Desolation of Drakenmore. I was hoping that the dwarfs wouldn't care about borders because they can dig under the mountains, but apparently not the case. They very much do care about the map borders. Alright, Gregor. Where is that army? What? Okay, the army, the Van Heimling army is gone. Nakari's got a maxed out army though. Alright, sit right here outside of Bordello then. If Nakari comes out, we'll play with him. I'm sure he'll enjoy it to some degree. Let's see. Probably on more levels than we ever possibly could ourselves. You, here?
Sigmar lightens my steps.
Ulrich, you are the cunning one. Yes, you're going to join this army. At least this army will be complete now and can go fight something. I'm very happy about that. Finally, after all this effort. Oh, maybe we can fight some dwarves, although ironically this army will be awful at fighting dwarves. But nonetheless, Hurt tradesies. Alrighty, and you are at 20 out of 20. You are just waiting for your wizard.
I serve Sigmar.
Which will be here. I guess we'll keep the one-hand gunner. Just to have something as an anti-large sort of thing, but otherwise these are going to be replaced by Sutsun's guns over time. Speaking of Sutsun's guns, how close are we? 3 turns, alright. Get another one soon. Probably could have just deleted these, but we'll wait until the wizard's here. Kurt, you're going back this way to trade more stuff. You are doing the same thing. And Nud, I guess you can stay here. I mean, honestly, it doesn't really matter if you stay or if you go. If you've been asking yourself that question. Alrighty. Peter, you're still in ambush. Nud, you are checked. Kurt.
Yes, my lord.
You. It's time for you to find a fight. Bellicor is out there, but maybe he'll be willing to head out to sea. We could also send you over to Nakari. Either one's a decent option, but I feel like Bellicor has the better buff. So let's send you out to sea. Away you go.
Is it time?
Finally time for you to get some battles going. Probably could have gotten you an Imperial Captain or something, but for now I think you're okay as you are. What do we got on Gelt? 4 turns. Waiting for it. And next up, Conrad. Where are you again? Oh, you're the new guy with the Knight Heritage. Yeah, I'm not sure where we're sending you yet, but let's send you to Altdorf for now, I guess. Dagobert, I don't remember who you're supposed to join. Disciplined? Ah, yes, you're supposed to join Aldebras. Alrighty, next up. Dolph, you are no longer needed at all. Wrong selection. Yes, you are no longer needed because we found who we wanted to find. So we're going to delete you. I don't want to encounter any more unnecessary factions. Unnecessary, I mean, because they'll probably declare war on us. Tech Thief, steal some tech.
To dust. Winds of God.
Watchman, magic item drop chance. Oh, that's very nice. We don't need it on you, and you didn't take it. Okay, well, aren't you just the best? Yeah, sorry how this episode turned to be so administrative, but, I mean, there's literally no battles that we can fight right now. Everybody's too far away. Hello, Grisguts. How long's that plague? 1 turn? Well, well, well. Wolfram, you know what? You're actually going to turn to Stone Mine Tower. We don't need it, we don't want it, but we'll take it, and maybe we'll trade it to Barrack Var, which will make them hate us a little bit less for attacking Angrand. And how are you doing? Nearly there. Beautiful. Alrighty. Now, buildings quickly, and then end the turn, and then at least we'll be able to fight some orcs with Karl. Public order is still quite problematic, but we'll deal with it. Southern Sylvania, let's start with you. Eschen, no need for those wall upgrades as yet. Industry has to be prioritized. Solent is fine. Zufbar not fine, because you need that upgrade. Even though you don't have Council of Burgomeisters up right now. Baston is okay. River Brienne, yes to you, please. Eastern Border Princes, yes to the pastures. Always yes to the pastures. And don't these reduce recruitment for Outriders and Pistoliers? Yeah, by 30 and 30. We could basically get them free from this place. Karakungur, first because you have a gold mine. What are we at here? 10,000 gold? Alright, so we still got a little bit more spending to do. Griffinwood, not you though. Massive 4Cal, you've only got buildings because we are using them for trading. You are going to, I guess, get growth, because otherwise you're going to take ages. Alright, Gisaro Gap, ignored. Black Mountains, Carrick Hearn. I guess you need growth as well, though, for now. You know what? If you're not going to collect income, just go for deleting this. We'll get you iron instead for more trade goods. Magritte is fine for now, and will probably be fine for a while as yet. You are going to get wood upgraded. Northern Grey Mountains, ah yes, more of these things. Since we're not going to get grungs in for a while, we may as well upgrade them, and we may as well get you a clothier as well. And I believe that's pretty much all for what we need to build. Oh, Karakazor, sure. Let's upgrade it. And lastly, we pick a new tech. Not going to get the ambassador to the Dragon Emperor as yet, but will shortly. Let us then go to... We could get Imperial Tactics to power up our armies. We could get the Fealty Threshold if we wanted to, but it's really the Runefang Pact that we want, especially because of the diplomatic relations with all factions. How long will this take, I wonder? I wonder if this takes more than a standard tech. No, you know what? We're going to go for grain silos and utilize wizard apprentices. Wait, but we can't select this through this? Oh, that's just... What? I thought you used to be able to. Weird. It's magic item drop chance and casualty replenishment rate, both quite valuable. Let's do that. Alrighty, now we're ending the turn. I just skipped whatever else was there. Please, please, please battle. Alright, Nud, you're where you need to be. We'll transfer you your stuff. Alright, Blessed Dread, come on. Stop wasting our time. I didn't even check diplomacy this time around because I was trying to speed through the admin. On the bright side, though, we're speeding through the debuff phase right now. Wood Elves, what do you want? A military alliance. Yes, we will, but not right now. Oh, look, Belagar's back. Which may be concerning for us, though, since we're at war with him. Oh, I wonder what buffs he provides. It's probably something for fighting in Underway or against Skaven, probably something fairly inferior. Confederation, Bloody Hands, and Crooked Moon Mutinous Gits. And that's fine. The Wild Hunt begins. We don't care about the Wild Hunt. It's not our problem. What is our problem is this. Can you reach Stone Mine Tower via the water?
Moving out.
I hope that you can, my friend. Oh, there's a little army here. Alright, you can indeed reach this. It is a garbage little army, but we have to choose one. Either we fight this, or we fight Karl's battle, or we double check here in case there's another fight possible. No, it looks like that army did in fact either run away or die. Bellicor is not moved to our gunnery army yet, though he is staring across the water, thinking about it. Alright, well, let's let him do that, and in the meantime, check this. What do we have here? A pile of gobos, and ooh, alright, the garrison's actually pretty nice. We could fight 2 full stacks with Karl's army. I gotta go with this one. It looks like the better fight. You want to just do something to try to level up a little bit? Just seeing what's likely. Let's try you.
To speak. Not likely.
Failure. Disappointment. Alright, Karl attack.
Attack!
I like how he said attack after I said attack. Appreciated. And they are not going to move. Valiant defeat, according to this. Well, that's what I like to see. Well, let's hope for a great battle to, you know, drown out the memory of all that admin in blood.
My rule is absolute!
Alrighty, well, still not absolute yet, Karl, but you're certainly getting there. Getting closer and closer to absolute. And we have plenty of orcs to go around by the looks of it in this particular battle, so it should be a pretty fun time. And we'll see how we do. We also have a fairly nice position on top of this hill, and the enemy will have to go down this hill and then back up towards us afterward. I also was hoping to find the enemy lord with Karl, but it looks like he just passed him, and of course the enemy lord is hidden, so we will have to wait for the enemy army to arrive. Not to worry though, it's in a minute. Before we get to that though, I just want to take these few seconds to remind you guys not to forget to drop those likes and comments if you've been enjoying this particular Let's Play. Remember that both scheduling and episode length is tied to engagement. Anyway, here we go. The enemy army arrives on the field, and the Sunmaker, well positioned, is going to start its bombardment, getting a few of those shots from the hammers of the witches as well, and that is a lot of orcs and a lot of targets for the Sunmaker. Oh, that rock there is protecting them quite a bit, but it's okay because a decent amount of shots are landing anyway. And there we go, and it looks like this shot will bypass all those rock formations. There we go, right in the middle of the enemy formation. Absolutely disgusting. That is a lot of orcs though, I gotta say. It's making a dent, but not nearly as big a dent as I would like, though as we can see, quite a few of the enemy units are fairly badly damaged by this, and quite a few more are going to be badly damaged before the day is done. Karl's just floating overhead because he is letting us see the enemy units here, including any night goblins or other hidden units. I guess he wanted to find the boss, but he'll have to settle for what we've got here. More enemy units still moving onto the field, including artillery now, and the artillery are going to get focused down by our Sunmaker. And let's see the damage that it's dealt so far. It's used about a quarter of its ammunition, has nearly 100,000 damage, and 700 kills. Absolutely disgusting, and it has only begun. In the meantime, though, the enemy army is making its way towards us, so soon the battle will be truly joined, although the army has probably lost about, I don't know, 1/5 of its units already to the Sunmaker's damage, and probably more than that if you consider the actual damage dealt without model losses. Anyway, here come the enemy, flying overhead. Karl watches them and will drop down where needed. Our halberdier is going to block some gobos off, and it looks like we have Imperial Foot versus Boar Boys on this side, but we're going to pop that harmonic convergence on our units to prevent them from getting too damaged. War Boys are getting hit by Grenadiers, and it looks like Trolls and Pump Wagons are going to try to hit our Great Swords on the flanks here, but we do charge our Reiksguard Zintlers and Regular into them in order to dish out the damage that the Great Swords would not be enough by themselves. Looks like Karl's already found the enemy lord and has basically killed him already after a few hits, especially with a Gal Maraz buff up. One more hit will kill that enemy lord. And there we go, and then Karl will go off and look for the second enemy lord. Now, the Hammer of the Witches is still firing. Looks like it got a stray shot into one of the halberdiers, possibly, or somebody at least. And our gunners are doing some work as well, together with our grenadiers. The enemy keeps trying to get to our front lines, but they just get close to them and then pretty much immediately around. Sunmaker is still working, and the enemy is just firing down from on top of this hill. They think that this is an advantage, that they have the elevation to fire with their range units down from there, but really, this just leaves them as an open target for both the Sunmaker and the Hammer of the Witches. Oh wow, completely different targets there, huh? It's almost like the individual artillery pieces targeted different things. That's kind of neat. I wonder what did that. Maybe I retargeted at that exact time. Well, I suppose it doesn't really matter. More and more units are backing away from the main battle line. These guys are also debuffed here by the Curse of the Midnight Wind because our Iron Company and our Reiksguard are getting a little bit beat up. Really the only area where we're taking any damage at all, at least consequential damage. Halberdiers aren't even really hurt, and they're our summoned unit. What an absolutely disgusting slaughter. Alright, keep moving down that hill, only for the Sunmaker to continue firing into you. Here comes some biggins to fight the Great Swords there. And we can always charge the Reiksguard back in. They're just going to back off briefly and allow the enemy to close. But really, we want the enemy to close because it allows us to kill a few more of them. And preferably not allow the enemy to go to retreat once they're off the map. And let's see about the damage now. Oh, well, I guess we don't need to. It looks like most of the enemy units are suddenly wavering and or shattered. In fact, the enemy has lost 3.6k units already. And I do believe as quickly as that, the battle is pretty much over. Now, the last remaining units fighting on this flank might fight for another couple of seconds, but as soon as Karl charges in and applies both the morale shock of the rear charge and the fear that Deathclaw causes, the last of the enemy army runs off. Oh man, they stood absolutely no chance. As hard a target as Azag was, these guys got absolutely destroyed. They also did not really have very advantageous terrain. They entered the battlefield with this rock formation here blocking them, so they all had to move together, which allowed us to hit even more of them with the Sunmaker. And man, imagine if we had 2 or 3 Hellstorm rocket batteries in this particular situation, rather than just the one. Anyway, we are going to keep firing with both artillery pieces for as long as we can. We want to make sure that enough enemy units are dead so that we can auto-resolve it right after. Though it looks like quite a few of the enemy are escaping. Although, considering the amount of units we reduced their army by... Oh, there we go. Very nice hit. Considering the amount of units we reduced their army by before they started running off the field, I do think that they should have taken quite a lot of damage as well. As in, hopefully enough for an auto-resolve, though we shall see. I'm going to chase off a few more enemies, but this is primarily now Reiksguard chasing. As we can see, most of our units really didn't get damaged. There's that unit of Halberdiers and our Zintler's Reiksguard that were on the flank here, where the toughest portion of the battle was, and probably the toughest because these trees were preventing our range units from firing down here. So our handgunners and our our handgunners and our bordermen were focused here, past the trees, rather than over the trees, which does make sense. But anyway, close victory apparently, but probably more so due to the ammunition expenditure than anything else, because I don't think we took all that much damage. I want to see how much damage the Sunmaker ended up doing by the end of this, though. Oh man, that felt like straight up bullying the AI. That felt mean, is what it felt. 1,653 kills, 53 kills on the Sunmaker, over 200,000 damage. Truly the power of the sun in the palm of our hands here. What a disgusting frickin' unit. That was absolutely obnoxious. I think it got way more kills than the rest of the army combined. I think it got more than, or at least roughly twice as many kills as the rest of the army combined. Disgusting. And probably way more than double the damage. I gotta say though, tempted to drop a Comet of Cassandora right on that enemy blob as they moved onto the field. It probably would have deleted a good half the blob and might have been entertaining. Maybe I'll do that next time. Pardon captives, 90 money. Well, I guess we'll take execute the captives. Oh man. That was absolutely hilarious. Faction encountered Urson revivalists are alive? Oh wow. I am shocked. I can't believe they're alive still. Damn, that's kind of impressive. We can give them territory if we send somebody up there. Wow. And the Royal Altdorf Griffites are available as our reward. Are we able to recruit stuff here? Yes, we are. I guess this is probably auto-resolvable, but wait. Royal Altdorf Griffites, let's get this in here immediately, or rather than the Halberdiers. We're not going to need to replace them.
I am Prince and Emperor.
And there we go. these, I mean, pretty much everybody here kind of counts as Karl's personal guard, but, well, I guess including the Royal Alt-Orc Griffites. And finally, we have some Demigriffs. That'll take care of any enemy large units that get in our way. And I think casualties low means we can auto-resolve this. Yeah, way more damage than we had in the actual battle. Do we sack this or do we take it? No, I think we sack it. We won't heal this turn, but we'll go back to our own territory. Since we've told our allies to come in and take it, maybe this will mean that they'll think it is an easy target and go for it. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that after all the admin, and it was certainly an entertaining battle, if nothing else, in my opinion. Stay tuned for more, but we are going to call the episode here. Next time, Karl moves north, still sacking as he goes throughout the Orky territories and towards Wintertooth. We gotta keep them and the Ecstatic Legions from getting too strong, as they are clearly getting too strong. In addition to that, we finally built up Wolfram's army, so he'll probably have his debut little battle here at Stone Mine Tower and start annoying the Orcs and possibly the Skaven here as well, in general, and trading territories to our Dwarfen friends. Then we will probably get Balthazar Gelt going possibly next episode. We'll see if we can manage to get through that many turns, but we will build up his army, or complete his army, and that of Nud. Nud will be sent out to fight here as Karl moves north, and then Gelt will be sent to Carrick Bufdar to take care of Belagar Ironhammer, who has built up an army and will probably be attacking Karakazora. Stay tuned for all that. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. Glorious battles to come with our new armies. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.